Recording. Hey, everybody. So nice to see you. I just have a couple of things that I want to tell you, getting ready for next week. The theme next week is Songs of Celebration. And that's because as we approach the end of May, we have graduations and we have weddings and we have um, first communions and we have baptisms and anything that you would celebrate would be appropriate for the theme. And I do need song leaders. Okay, so if you're inclined, please let me know. And I do want to tell you that enrollment for Quarantine opened last Sunday. And if you're planning to go to Quarantine, you're going to want to sign up. We cancel our jam on Quarantine weekend. So that would be June the 6th. We will not have a jam that week. So if you are thinking that you have to choose, you really don't. You can do either. You can do the Quarantine and not worry about us. And then the last thing I have on my list is thank you to Jamie Mayhem, who will be here later, because she referred the mystery guest, a bunch of mystery guests actually. And maybe that's the hardest part of my job, finding new people all the time. And I don't know if you knew that all of our mystery guests, all the people that come here, all the people, all the song leaders, everybody's a volunteer. You know, this is just a volunteer activity, which makes it pretty remarkable. So, with that said, I am going to share my screen. I hope I'm doing this right. I have my things checked. I have that checked. Okay, so you should see on the left part of your screen the music for Rosin the Bow, and on the right part of the screen, here come our No Frills girls.
It's time for No Frills. Today, my very favorite jam song, Rosin the Bow. I'm going to start out playing it the way it was in No Frills 1.0, all quarter notes and half note. It's a 3/4 tune, so here is what it did sound like. That's the first little bit of a phrase, but now let's send this one packing. It was good for learning, but now we're ready for some syncopation and some chords, and let's play through the A part. Right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Your thumb did the walking there, and I did like that. I like that.
I like that a lot.
Snappy Irish snappiness. Yeah. So in the B part, we have a lot of 2-finger chords happening here, and let me run through that slowly with you. It starts with a pick up on the 4, and then I have my thumb and my middle finger, and my ring finger rocks down to the 4, and my thumb goes up to the 5. And then I slide up 1 fret, both of them, and I come up to the 6, 7, and then continue on.
Oh, that's a nice progression.
Thank you. Yeah, I like that. I like that, playing that there.
And I like the way the fingers rock back and forth and complete the melody.
Yeah.
Very
it works.
Nice.
Well, thank you. Okay, let's play through that. 1, 2. As we go on. Good. the whole thing a try here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Coming up to that, you've had this diagonal issue, and then you have to slide all the way up to the 6, 7.
Yeah, that's the piece
that's the tricky part. But if you keep that, don't change your fingers. Slide down.
Okay, that's my sticky part to practice.
Yeah, much easier than re-gripping.
Yeah.
That works.
Yep.
All right.
I like this tune.
Right. A little toast to rosin and bow. With my pick. Toast to rosin and bow.
Make sure you check out the lyrics.
Okay,
They're really fun.
So, great. We'll see you next time with another one. Oh, okay.
I screwed up.
That's okay.
Can we start from the top?
Yeah. Which top? The top here.
The top.
Not like 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago top.
No.
Okay, good. Okay. Hello.
So I put in the chat, and I forgot to tell everybody, if you're new, we do a lot of communicating in the chats, so you might want to open it up and just leave it open on the side. But I said she's at the piano recital for 2 of her grandchildren. Very important. And she sent us 2 videos, which are just delightful, and her stories are delightful. Remember, this is Mom's favorite tune.
Oh, send in the music, friends. I have 2 songs today that are for my mother, Marion Pedlow. First one is What'll I Do? She and my father would sing this to each other, and they would, probably as they were making breakfast, I'm thinking, and they would sing it, Waffle I do when you... Waffle, waffle. It's the waffle song. Put your capo on 4. This dulcimer happens to have an 8.5, which I'm using in this song. 1, 2. The B part changes keys. Here we go. And it goes back to the beginning. What'll I do when you are far away and I am blue? What'll I do? far away, and I am blue. What'll I do? I was talking with
That was just so sweet. Oh, what a sweet tune. She's got another sweet one for us. Here she goes.
two of my brothers the other night telling them I was going to do the waffle song, and they're like, huh? So then I sang it. Oh, sure. Hope you enjoyed that. It was tricky. Here's another piece of my mother's history. She sang in Gilbert and Sullivan productions with the Rose Valley Chorus in Wallingford, Pennsylvania. And this piece is from HMS Pinafore. Many years later, right here in Florida, for about 15 years, we had a troupe that did Gilbert and Sullivan operettas as well. Here, right here in Little Melrose, Florida, Melrose Music Theater. And I loved all of those productions. So I chose I'm Called Little Buttercup today, as my mother would have sung it. I won't quite sing like she did. Let's play it in the key of G, yet DAD tuning. Now to sing it, I'm going to get out another dulcimer that is tuned C, G, C. A little bit more kind for my voice. I'm called Little Buttercup, dear Little Buttercup, though I could never tell why. But still I'm called Buttercup, poor Little Buttercup, sweet Little Buttercup, I. Now, Buttercup is a shore maiden who is selling all of her wares to the sailors as they dock. I've snuff and tobacco and excellent Jackie, which I understand was a flavored tobacco of the era. I've scissors and watches and knives. I've ribbons and laces to set off the faces of pretty young sweethearts and wives. Then buy of your buttercup, dear Little Buttercup, sailors should never be shy. So buy of your buttercup, poor Little Buttercup, come of your buttercup, buy.
Those were two sweet tunes, and I loved hearing the stories about how they reflect Lori's mom. Thanks, Lori, for doing that for us. We appreciate it. Now, Carol's busy this weekend with motherly activities. She has her daughter and granddaughter coming from Washington, but she didn't want to leave us without a song, and so she did one of her mom's favorite songs for us, Precious Memories.
Hello, Send in the Music family. I'm sorry I can't be with you today, so the song I'd like to share with you is Precious Memories. Memories of our fathers and our mothers. Intro. Here we go. Precious memories, unseen angels sent from from somewhere in my soul. How they linger ever near me, and the sacred past unfold. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold. Precious Father, loving Mother, fly across the lonely years, and the home scene of my childhood in fond memory appears. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold. I remember Mother praying, Father too on bended knee. The sun is sinking, shadows falling, but their prayers still follow me. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold.
So sweet. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Carol, for doing that for us. And we have one more absentee, and that is Carolyn Brzezinski. She was going to her father-in-law's birthday, and it was a big birthday, so she is She sent us a song. Actually, she sent us two songs. This one that we're going to do right now, and we're going to do one at the very end of the jam. I'm going to turn the recording off because it's a copyrighted song, but I'm just letting you know ahead of time. But here she is with this first rendition for us.
I hope to see you all next time. Bye.
Hello, Send in the Music.
Oh.
Today we are celebrating or sharing our mother's favorite songs. And I can't think of a better place to do that than in this sunroom on a beautiful morning where the flowers, spring flowers are blooming and the trees are all coming in. My mother was an avid gardener, so she would have loved it out here. So the song I'm sharing is Good Morning to You. It may not have been her favorite song, but it was her favorite song to wake us up with every morning. And I do remember it to this day. So I didn't know it had a second verse until I went out on the internet. So I'm going to play it tabbed first, and then I'm going to sing both verses. But just so you know what I'm going to do. So this song is not exactly in my vocal range. It starts with an open D and then goes all the way up an octave to the high D, which I can't reach. So I modify the melody a little bit. So I'm able to sing this song comfortably for me without having to change the keys. That's a creative way of doing that. So you don't have to change key, change tuning, add a capo. So I'll play it instrumentally first. Good morning to you, good morning to you. We're all in our places with sunshiny faces. Oh, this is the way to start a new day. Good morning to you, good morning to you. Whatever the weather, we'll make it together in work and in play. A beautiful day. And I hope you share that with your little ones in the morning.
So sweet. Thank you, Carolyn. We are so lucky to have people who make videos for us. We have something unusual coming up. You know, last week we had Brian Bowman and Jerry Rockwell showing us how to use recordings behind our music and how to record our music. One of our folks, Talon Chalmers, is going to do that for us. And let me see, I have to show my meeting to get her. There she is. Hey, Talon. Okay, and I'm just moving you over here. Let me get rid of this because I want to make you just a little bigger. I have some photos for you first. Okay, you're on.
I'm on. Well, as Pat said, last week we had Jerry and Brian, and they were showing us how to record and layer tracks and import different sounds into their tracks so they could compose and make lovely music. Well, I don't do really any tracks or recordings other than just for my own self. What I like to do is to put all the sounds on my dulcimer. So what I'm going to do today is take you through how I get a whole range of different sounds on my dulcimer. And it starts with the Fishman Triple Play Connect. It's really for guitars, but I just modified it for the dulcimer. It is a MIDI bridge that connects the instrument to the tablet or the computer. Now, originally, the Triple Play Connect was for the iPad, Apple, because way back, and mine's a couple of years old, we had the Lightning plug, which was for Apple. So now Triple Play has come out with a USB-C plug, and any device that can take that can accept the Triple Play. It's very easy to plug in and go. You don't need, like the image there, all kinds of stuff on the floor, cables and boxes and equipment. All you need, and I took it off of my dulcimer to show you, is this pickup, this little gadget, and the plug-in. Now the pickup has 6 little different parts to it that would go under the 6 strings of the guitar, but we just are putting it under, whether you have 3 strings, 4 strings, 5 strings, whatever it is you have, you modify it so it fits. I'm not sure as far as the double melody string. I've never tried the double. I've done the 3 strings, melody, middle, and bass, or what I took this off of was the dulcimer, which is set up as equal distance, so it's 4 strings. So I just figure out which 4 separate little sensors I'll use and then put it under the strings. Now, the dulcimer doesn't have a strum howler, so that's really very nice. But if we have a strum howler, you can still use this. It comes with the little bundle, comes with 4 different type of mounting pads. So I could mount this on 4 different dulcimers and have synthesizer MIDI capabilities on 4 dulcimers. It's not like you're buying one dulcimer that does that and nothing else. To get it on a strum howler, I just figure out which of the mounting pads work, and to make sure you don't have kind of a seesaw effect, I use, this is just something from the kids' construction set. I kind of put it on the opposite end of the mounting pads that all fit under the strings on whichever dulcimer I'm using. And in the video at the very end, you'll see that I'm playing a dulcimer with the sound hole and 3 strings. So that works. Now, on the triple play, when you open it up, then you have all the instruments on the side. And in the middle, you can put 1 or 2 sounds. And then you have controls, you have keys, like as different people will say, I like CDC, or I like maybe F sharp or DAA, whatever. You can change your keys. You can change all the controls to your instruments. You can input, once you have the triple play, you can input from your Apple store, not Apple, your app stores, any MIDI or synthesizer you want, and download those sounds into triple play. So besides all the instruments that come with triple play, you get that many more. So if you click on like piano, you could have one little image of piano on the left, but underneath that you could have any number of pianos, grand pianos, upright pianos, electric, keyboards, any number of things. Down, you have the controls in the middle, or at different times you'll have editing, you'll have loops, you'll have percussions. At the bottom on the left, I pulled up just for information. So you can adjust things for how sensitive you want the touch, or do you want to use a pick, or do you do fingering? And each thing you can kind of sterilize to yourself. Now, in the middle, on the left, you see the strings they have there are all purple, and on the right, they're half and half. That's because, say I have a violin or a flute as one of my instruments, and a clarinet or a bass as another instrument. I can adjust my strings so the violin or the flute, so on, say, the melody in the middle, and the bass or piano or mallets or anything could be on the bass to create different sounds. So then different sounds you can play together, or different sounds you can play separately.
Talon,
Yes.
can I encourage you to go not so in depth and just kind of do the surface part of it?
Right. So now we go on
Okay.
to the next page. And that's for GarageBand, and that's where I do a lot of things. And once you open up GarageBand, they have any number of the keys and the bass and the drums and everything else. And this is the keyboard. And international drums. You can do all your tracking. You see the musical instruments on the side. You can do them small tracks, long tracks, any kind of way you want, layer them on top of one another. You have all kinds of amps, so you don't need any other equipment. You have a supply of amps with all their controls. You have all the stomp boxes. You have strings. You could do like violin by itself, or you could do a whole orchestra. Um, Guitars, you set it up, whether it's electric or acoustic. They have their own, again, different sounds, and you can put the different amps in the different stump box to it. Okay, we can go to the next page. All right. So up at the top, this is called a sound library. That comes on one of the things that comes on the GarageBand, and in the sound library, you can download different sounds. So I downloaded some, and it goes right into GarageBand, or you could go to your app store and download any number of them there, and that works. The one on the right-hand side was the producers. You have different people that do a number of really nice music arrangements and things. And if you know of someone that does that, then you can download all their loops, and you have lots of loops. The next two in the middle are just two that I've downloaded off of an app store. They're just synthesizers that come again with their own sounds. Again, a couple of hundred here, a couple of hundred there, that you can download either into the Triple Play or the GarageBand. And then the photo on the bottom left is just kind of a combination of a number of the ones I have downloaded off of the app that are incorporated into the two programs. So you have a unbelievable choice of what kind of sound you'd like. The last image is actually the sounds I came up with that you'll hear on the video. It's under the keyboard, and they have like 8 different sounds under that one sound, and you can adjust the controls on the different 8 sounds or just use one sound. I ended up with 4 different sounds for that. And they were like thoughtful, old memories, fresh memories, just different things I thought were kind of a nice, soothing sound. And then I put a piano loop, kind of a romantic type piano loop. And all of that goes into the sound that you will hear on the video. The video is Going Home, and the reason I chose that was the lyrics you can download yourself, but there's a part, it's about dying, but it's peaceful and loving. And there's a part where it says, Mother's there expecting me. And you think about our moms, and our moms are always, ready to care for us, even afterwards. So I chose that, and the video, I'm playing actually Toll's tab, and this is Dennis's tab. They play together. Toll's was dots and eighth notes, and Dennis's dots and quarter notes, but it's all 4/4 tom. The only difference is at the very end of Dennis, he has the last line is repeated, kind of for an ending. Toll's stops after just a couple of measures before that. So you could just continue to play the rest of it, or you can just listen to the video and see if you can hear the loop and hear some of the sounds of that I programmed to on the dulcimer strings. I mean, your dulcimer can sound like anything, bells or organs or train whistles. There's a different thing called ghost, full, and half and half. And in the video, I'm doing kind of a ghost sound where you hear the sounds, but you also hear the dulcimer, which I like hearing the dulcimer. Okay, Pat, I think that takes us.
We don't have any sound, Pat. You're muted, I think. We see her lips a moving.
I probably am. I'm just trying to get back to where I can share. I hope this works. If it doesn't, we'll pick it up on the other side after our mystery guest. I'll figure it out. I'll open it in a different. I'm going to stop it right there. But
Okay.
Talon has a lovely recording here, and I will open it up a different way. But right now, I'm going to stop my share because we have a mystery guest to welcome. And I want to tell you just a tiny bit about the mystery guest.
And he
Uh,
needs his camera on.
yes, this person is new to us, definitely. And did he get his camera on for you, Cindy?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know him. I've just been introduced to him by Jamie Mayhem, and she said, this is somebody you want to get for a mystery guest. And so I looked up a little bit about him. He has played stringed instruments for 30 years, but he's only a recent dulcimer player, which will amaze you because he's pretty fantastic. He's an elementary school music teacher for, I was going to say for his real job, but I think his music is his real job. He's competed in, this is a guy who's only played the dulcimer for a short time. He competed in the National Dulcimer Competition and won fourth place in 2024. I mean, this is going to be a treat for you. He has a YouTube channel. He posts on it all the time. And after we see and hear him, have you got a spotlight for him, Jay? There he is, Dave Kerwood. Hey, Dave.
Hey, hey.
It's nice to see you. And I don't know that my introduction was good for you, but tell us about yourself and show us what you can do.
Absolutely. Well, I do got to correct you because I got fourth place in 2024 and in 2025. I got 2 trophies back here, so one of these days I'll crack into the top 3. But anyway, yeah, I'm a music teacher, musician, and really have loved getting into this instrument. I've owned a dulcimer for 4 years now, and I've been taking it very seriously for the last 2. And I just love, a lot of people look at this and they say, oh, 3 strings or 4 strings or whatever, isn't that limiting? And I'm like, yeah, but that's the point, because you don't need to worry about all of the things you can do. You can just focus on what you can accomplish and not worry about what's possible. It's just what's there and what can you do with your limited tools. And for me, that's my favorite kind of creativity. But anyway, I'm going to start off. I'm from Kansas, and so I feel like I got to start off with our state song. So this is Home on the Range.
That was lovely.
Thank you.
So soft and sweet. Really lovely.
Thank you very much. I like leaning into that sweet dulcy side of the dulcimer, but then I'm also, the weird guy with mohawk and the rock and roll guy. So, sometimes I like to hit this thing a little harder. So, and I'll do a little bit of that more a little bit later in an original song that I've got on this. But for right now, I can do a little bit more, something a little bit more strummy. I play a lot of different instruments, and with varying levels of quality. But one of the ones I love playing is the banjo. I'm very bad at it because my fingers just don't like to go as fast as they need to. But I've learned a lot on other instruments by building those banjo skills. And my favorite thing though about the banjo is they've got such great repertoire for the banjo. And so this is the very first tune I ever learned on the banjo that I've then learned on the dulcimer. So this is called Cripple Creek. Cripple Creek's wide and Cripple Creek's deep. Gonna wade Cripple Creek before I sleep. Roll my britches to my knees. Wade old Cripple Creek when I please. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek to have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a whirl. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl. I got a gal and she loves me. She's as sweet as she can be. She's got eyes of baby blue, and her love for me is true. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek to have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a whirl. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl. Cripple Creek's wide and Cripple Creek's deep. Gonna wade Cripple Creek when I sleep. Roll my britches to my knees. Wade old Cripple Creek when I please. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek to have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a whirl. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek to have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a whirl. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl.
Oh, I love the dynamics. I love
Thank you.
it's just lovely.
So I tell a lot of people this. I started off as a drummer, and so every instrument I play like a drum. And so oftentimes that means I'm hitting it way too hard or way too loud, but every once in a while I remember that I can play on the soft side too. So, all right. So, like I said, I play a lot of things in various levels of quality. This next tune is one that I wrote out of necessity. I was doing an audition, and I didn't quite know what they wanted for musicians, and so I brought like everything that I could do. And about a month, maybe 6 weeks before this audition, I remembered that I had a mandolin sitting in a case under my bed that hadn't been touched in several years, and I was like, I can learn a song on the mandolin. I can fake them out that I actually know how to play. And then once they hire me, if they hire me to play the mandolin, then I'll actually learn how to play it for real. And so I learned an Irish reel, and I don't even remember the name of the reel. I know how to play it, but I don't remember what it's called. And spent 6 weeks working on that. And about 3 days before the audition, I had this terrifying thought. Well, what if I play this Irish reel and they're really impressed, but they're not looking for Irish reels. They're looking for someone who can play something more folky or bluegrassy, and they ask me to play something else. Well, what am I going to do? I can only play one song. And so I just decided, hey, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm just going to write a really simple song that sounds like it could be conceivably a folk tune. And I gave it some random name. I don't even remember what I called it. But anyway, I learned that. And that one has been the one that's kind of stuck around. The Irish reel I can still kind of play as long as I refresh my memory on it. But this tune I play it on every instrument. When I go and I show my elementary students a different instrument, I play the song on it. Now they even ask me to play it. If I don't do it first thing, they'll ask me to play it on it. My daughter contributed the title to this tune. She also contributed some lyrics. She was 7 at the time, so I don't remember what the lyrics were. But the title of this tune is Run You Wild Horse. So we'll do this, and I'll do a little bit of a behind the scenes of some arranging ideas if you're looking for some ideas on how you might write or arrange some stuff on your own. So here we go. All right, so let's break this down a little bit. Running this from scratch, we've got a nice AABA kind of a form, which means that we have the same phrase. So that's our A section. So we just repeat that again to make it a little bit longer. Only that time I went down instead of going up, just so it makes it the first one's a question, the second one's an answer. Okay, so that's our second A of our AABA form. Now for the B section, if you're really doing this for real, you want to write in something that's a little bit different. I was not trying to do this for real. I was just trying to find something that I could fake and I could remember and I could pretend like I would actually knew what I was doing. So all I did was just take the end of the A section and I turned that into the B section. Ends up, ends down. Pretty simple, that's our B section. Then we close it out with the A again. All right, so now we got a tune, but we don't have an arrangement yet because that's pretty short. That's pretty, I won't say it's boring if you just repeat yourself over and over again. There's nothing wrong with that. If I'm busking out at a farmer's market or something, I might do that just to fill some time. But if I'm trying to sit and keep people's attention, you got to keep changing things. And so the easiest thing to do is just take that same melody. All of this was on my melody string, so if I just put it over onto the bass string, we get something different. Maybe add some octaves. And then, maybe just to keep some interest, maybe we start over all the way at the beginning and we add some harmony to it. Woo! If I hit the right note, that'll help. Nice little echo to close it out. So there you go. Run You Wild Horse. All right, let's see. Trying to decide. I told Pat I brought in a lot more music than what I'm going to need, so I was just trying to decide where I want to go from here. So, I think I'm going to try this. There's a tune. I did this tune on my channel. I love Irish tunes. They're just so much fun to play. But it took me a while. I did not sing it when I did it on my channel, mostly because it was really high. And so I'm going to do the time-honored trick of using the CGC dulcimer to kind of help with that. And yeah. Hopefully my dulcimer will be nice to me here. All right, so this is an Irish tune called Foggy Dew. As down the glen one Easter morn to a city fair rode I. There on the lines of marching men in squadrons passed me by. No pipes did hum, no battle drum did sound its loud tattoo, but the English bells o'er the Liffey swells ring out in the foggy dew. Right proudly high in Dublin town hung they out a flag of war. 'Twas better to die 'neath that Irish sky than at Sova or Elbar. And from the plains of royal Meath strong men came hurrying through. While Britannia's Huns with their long-range guns settled in through the foggy dew. Their bravest fell, and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear. For those who died on that Easter tide in the springing of the year, while the world did gaze with deep amaze at those fearless men, but few, who bore the fight that freedom's light might shine through the foggy dew. And back through the glen I rode again, and my heart with grief was sore. For I parted then with valiant men, whom I never shall see no more. But to and fro in my dreams I go, I kneel and pray for you, for fled. Oh, glorious dead, when you fell in the foggy dew. For slavery fled. Oh, glorious dead, when you fell in the foggy dew. All right.
Such a treat to hear the words to that song. You know,
Thank you.
we play a lot of instrumental music, but we don't always hear the words, and that was delightful.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, I got to be mindful of my time here because I got a lot. Like I said, I got lots of songs, but anyway, you'll just have to have me back, and then I can do the other ones.
There you go. That's a plan.
I think I'll do 2 more if that's all right.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, perfect. So this is one. Most of the other songs that I've written on that I have written and play on the dulcimer, I actually wrote on a different instrument and then brought it over, which has its appeal. But this one is the first one that I actually wrote on the dulcimer, and it's probably the least dulcimer-y kind of song that I play on this thing, which is always funny to me how that happens. But anyway, this is a tune that I wrote and released right around New Year's Day. And so yeah, this is a song called Brand New Start. Another month comes off the wall. Don't feel different at all. All that's changed is there's a calendar that's in the garbage can. Now I'm counting up the cost. All I've hurt and loved and lost. Have I grown or am I just a broken man? They say time makes all things new. I want a brand new start this new year. I want to be the spark for who hears music and laughter. Love ever after, maybe I'll be the light for those uncertain. I'll be the fight behind the curtain. Push past these new fears. New life for New Year's, baby. Still confetti on the ground. The seconds all been counted down. This mess is bigger, I can't clean it by myself. They tell me I'll be feeling bolder, but lately I'm just feeling older. But hey, that's everyone, we need a little help. Can this time make all things new? I want a brand new start this new year. I want to be the spark for who hears music and laughter. Love ever after, maybe. I want to fight for those uncertain. I'll be the light behind the curtain. Push back these new fears. New life for New Year's, baby. I want a brand new start this new year. I want to make a spark for who hears music and laughter. Love ever after, baby. I want to fight for those uncertain. I'll be the light behind the curtain. Push past these new fears. New fight and new tears. We'll ride together this new life for New Year's, baby. New Year's. So there you go.
So someone wrote in the chat, Do you use the dulcimer to teach children?
I do. In fact, it's one of my. I have. Oh gosh, how many do I have at the school right now? I have one, two, three, sometimes four different dulcimers at the school, and I'll use them as young as my kindergartners to just kind of help with this idea of steady beat. So some of the kids will get to play dulcimer, some of the kids will get to play ukuleles or drums or things like that. And then all the way up, I'm starting to have some of my older kids actually learn some melodies and things. So always trying to track down more instruments so I can get more kids.
Well,
involved.
actually, that's why you need to look at the chats, because Cindy wrote that Erin May has helped get classroom sets for teachers.
I
So,
love Erin May.
yeah.
She's so, that's one of the nice things about being in Kansas is Erin May.
Well, she's helped people get resources for kids, so.
Yes, and that is definitely one of those things that I need to spend a little bit more time with. Somebody donated this beautiful McSpadden for me to use at school, and I love that thing. Use it almost every day, at least a little bit. So, all right, well, I've got one more for you, and this one. My kids are getting old enough that we're finally getting to the point where we can start to collaborate a little bit, and it's kind of meaningful. And this is one. Excuse me, my phone is making noise. I'm surprised it didn't do that until right now. But let me mute that. There we go. All right. So so this is one that my daughter and I kind of wrote collaboratively. I didn't know what it was at first. I put it up on my channel. And I gave it a title of To the Stars, and I wasn't quite sure what this was, and I didn't know until this morning when I was playing through my set list and just running through all the different songs, and this one was at the end because I didn't know if I was actually going to use it or not. And as I played everything else and then I played this one, I realized what it was. I realized that this song is a blessing to send out to those when you are about to leave them. And it does not yet have words, but I hope that you will accept this as a blessing to you. And this is, at least for now, until I get some words to it, this is called To the Stars.
Oh, that was absolutely lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much for coming. And I'm going to be in touch because I'm going to invite you to come back.
Awesome.
We love to meet new people, and we call this the Spotlight for Dulcimer Celebrities. But you actually are probably a dulcimer celebrity, even though we didn't know about you. So thank you, Jamie Mayhem, for introducing us, and thank you, Dave, for coming.
Of course, thank you.
Yeah, super. Okay, we're going to go back to our business here. Cindy, can you remove the spotlight? And I am going to, let's see, I am going to try to get that video. Now I'm going to close this one and I'm going to open it up a different way. Oh, what was my way? Oh, I know where it is. It's over here. It is going home. And let's see if we have sound on this one. No. Yes. Yes?
I don't see it or hear it.
You do not hear that?
I do not.
Okay. Hold on a second. Whoa. Ah. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have one more way I can do this. I am going to share my screen.
Did you push all those buttons?
They're all pushed. Those buttons are all pushed. So let me go back up here and see if they're, sometimes when you record this stuff over, so going home was that one I tried. And I don't see another one here. Let's see if I do this. Open with QuickTime Player. Maybe this will work. And if it doesn't, then I'll keep working on it. There's no sound yet.
No sound.
No, there's no sound yet. She hasn't strummed.
Oh. And you moved it out of the picture.
I moved it out of the picture.
Yeah, all I see is the tab.
Show meeting. Okay, but I don't hear it now either. So, Okay, we're going to have to move on. Why am I have pressing the cancel button and I don't want to do that, but I want to get rid of this because I now see you guys on top. This is crazy. What am I going to do? Okay, I'm stopping my share again. The weird thing is I can hear it, so I don't know what to tell you. But that's okay. Talon, I'm sorry. I will go back to the drawing board. But in the meantime, I am going to move on to Cindy. Hey, Cindy. Now, let me share my screen because I know we're going to hear you. If I can find you right here. There you are. And she's playing Cindy.
Yes.
Cindy is playing Cindy.
Thank you, Pat. Of course, the song reminds me of my mom because she named me Cindy, but she also used to sing it to me. My mom, Margie Rose, passed away this last New Year's Day, and she was a singer, a good singer, and had created a singing family out of her 4 daughters, and I'm really grateful to her for giving me music. So I'm going to do a short intro, sing a couple of verses, and after each verse that I sing, I'll play the chorus twice. before I go on, I'll put my camera down. You want to see my Cindy? She lives away down south, and she's so sweet. The honeybees just swarm around her mouth. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy. Get along home. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy. I'll marry you someday. I wish I were an apple, all hanging on a tree. And every time my Cindy passed, she'd take a bite of me. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy. Get along home. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy. I'll marry you someday. Get along home, get along home, get along home. I'll see you someday.
What lovely singing, Cindy.
Thanks
so
to my mom.
Yeah, thank you so much for jumping in and doing a song for us. And the story was getting a bunch of words here that Dennis gave us when he put that together. Now we're heading down to South Florida, and we're going to do Angel Gabriel. Now I have on here Capo 1, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, okay. So Capo 1, and where you've got a band jammer and a guitar. Woohoo. I just want to see, I do have to turn the page. Okay, I'm ready for you.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to play this without the guitar the first time, sort of like an intro.
Just the first page, though.
And then, right, just the first page. And then we'll play it twice through. And there's no repeats. We just go from one to the other. And a little tag at the end. Okay, not fast either.
What a fun song. And loved
It
it
is
with the
fun.
two instruments together.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, ladies. Okay, and now we're going to New York. We're making our way all over the place. Here's Ginny and Ken, and they've got some lovely tunes for us.
Well, when I think of mothers, I always think of lullabies. So we picked a couple lullabies. First one's a Stephen Foster, Slumber My Darling. And I'll just count you in and we'll play it a couple times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
What a nice arrangement that was. That was let me see. Who did that one? Lena Jackson, not somebody that I know, but lovely, a lovely arrangement. Leave it to you to find it, Jenny. Okay, and you've got one more for us.
Sugan. This one also was from dulcimertab.com by Steve Smith Arrangement. And we'll play it through 3 times. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3.
You know, Ginny and Ken, that is a really good example of taking a simple piece of music and stretching it out, so that it was just lovely, really lovely. The combination of the finger picking and the background, and it was lovely. Thank you so much. So now we are headed to California. Hey, Dennis.
Hello there.
So, Dennis, I didn't put you at the end today because Jamie was going to come late and she wanted me to put her at the end. So, here you are.
Wow. I'll try to adapt.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Okay, first thing we should adapt to is making the first string sound like that.
Oh, that's right. DAC. He's retuning.
Oh, there it is. Okay, DAC.
Dennis, why tune to DAC?
The specific reason is you can get that second note that I have. That note right there is the key. It keeps it true to the original.
Okay.
It's still a bit high. Oh, fathers, now our meeting is over. Fathers, we must part. And if I never see you anymore, I'll love you in my heart till we land on shore. Yes, we land on shore. Yes, we land on shore and be free forevermore. Oh, mothers, now our meeting is over. Mothers, we must part. And if I never see you anymore, I'll love you in my heart till we land on shore. Yes, we land on shore. Yes, we'll land on shore and be free forevermore. Oh, my sisters, now our meeting is over. Sisters, we must part. And if I never see you anymore, I'll love you in my heart till we land on shore. Yes, we land on shore. Yes, we land on shore and be free forevermore. Oh, brothers, now our meeting is over. Brothers, we must is over, kind friends, we must part. And if I never see you anymore, I'll love you in my heart till we land on shore. Yes, we land on shore. Yes, we land on shore and be free forevermore. And at the very end, a regular D minor.
That's a great ending, that D minor there. Okay, let's see.
Now, retune.
Retune
back up to D.
Okay, D-A-D. And this is capo 3, when you get yourself retuned. And Dennis has, oh, Dennis, this is crazy. You've got a second page with one measure. We have to somehow.
It's there, but just when you get to the end, just hold it out. That's all it is.
Yeah. Okay. And there are a bunch of words for this one too. And it does not. Does not sound like a Mother's Day tune. I have to say.
Well, if you're celebrating moms, I guess not, because it's called The Cruel Mother for a good reason. It has infanticide and haunting.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Just.
Well, we've got more coming after this that will bring us back to Mother's Day.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Okay, but we always appreciate the different things you bring us, Dennis.
Okay, I better get my capo on then. Okay. And the capo's on because I can sing it in just D-A-D. But it gets really, it gets a little bit too low and it starts to get gravelly and growly. All right. Oh, and this is a song that I knew pretty early on, and I would, if you're a fan of liking to sing a song while you're facing into a fan and having all of the reverberation happen, this is a great one. All right. Bend. The fairest lady in the land, she was all alone and lonely. She fell in love with a married man down by the greenwood side. She leaned her back against an oak. She was all alone and lonely. At first it bent and it broke down by the greenwood side. Then she leaned her back against a thorn. She was all alone and lonely, and there she had 2 babies born down by the greenwood side. She took a knife out clean and sharp. She was all alone and lonely. She pierced it through each tender heart down by she buried down beneath a stone. She was all alone and so lonely, and she returned to Fairmaid home down by the greenwood sidey-o. And then one day at her father's hall, she was all alone, not so lonely. She saw two children playing ball down by the greenwood sidey-o. She said, "Children, oh, if you were mine, though I'm all alone and so lonely, I would dress you up in silk so fine down by the greenwood sidey-o. Oh, mother, we were yours one time. We were all alone and lonely, and did not then you treat us so kind down by the greenwood sidey-o. You'll be 7 years, the tongue of a bell, all alone and lonely, and forevermore you'll burn in hell down by the greenwood sidey-o. Oh, welcome tongue in the morning bell. It was all alone and lonely, and welcome, welcome flames of hell down by the greenwood sidey-o. Yeah.
Haunting is the right word for that. Haunting.
It totally is.
Yes, yes. But you always find different things for us, Dennis. Definitely.
Just the melody alone is worth it, though.
Yeah. Okay, and Jamie, I think, is here. Yay, Jamie. Hey, Jamie, we loved Dave.
Isn't he a cool guy?
Yes, and you know, when I saw his shirt, I said, "Oh, I know why Jamie likes him. He's in her wheelhouse."
Yes, I love that original calendar song he did. I was listening to that on my drive home, and man, that's like something right out of the '90s, like Third Eye Blind. It was awesome. It was great.
It was really fun, and he said he'd come back, so
Yay.
That's good. Okay, you've got 2 songs for us today.
I do. This first one, now when I first learned it, I learned it as Simple Gifts, the old Quaker song, or Shaker song rather. And that's how I hear it in my head. But my mom, it's one of her favorite hymns from church because they know it as Lord of the Dance. Same tune. So whatever words you sing in your head, they'll both work. Let me shift my camera for you so you can see my dulcimer right quick. There we go. And Simple Gifts, there are no repeats. It's well, the whole thing is one big repeat. So we're going to play it straight through. And I'm going to do it 3 times because it's not all that long. And whoops, I dropped my pick. Let's use this one instead. Sorry about that, guys. And now my music went away. There it is. All right. So And so, like Dave talked about with arranging, the first time through, I'm going to do it as it's written. And then I do move it to the bass line. And the third time through, we're going to see if I cannot mess it up, but I like to do it in the upper octave. So, anyhow, let's play Simple Gifts. Okay. Couple hiccups, not too bad.
Well, you certainly played it all over the place. That
Well,
was
I
fun.
like to keep you guessing.
Yeah, it was. It's fun, and that was a good one for that because, really the melody was on the melody line. It was easy to move it.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
So the second song I have for you is Waltzing Matilda, and it's funny because it's neither a waltz, and it's I don't know. You can play it really up tempo, and it's like super fast, or you can kind of play it more moderately, which is how I like to play it. I kind of do it both ways. But this is one of my mom's favorite songs because when I was a kid, boy, did she have a thing for that movie, that Australian movie with the horses. I had it on the tip of my tongue a second ago. One with Kirk Douglas as the old guy in the movie. I'll think of it maybe before the end of the song. So, but at any rate, anyhow, so this is Waltzing Matilda. The first time through, really sedate, and then I'm going to play it the second time through, not so much faster, but we're going to do some fancier stuff with the strummy hand and kind of mix it up a little bit. So here's Waltzing Matilda. 1, 2, and 3, 4. was the man from Snowy River. I knew I'd remember it.
That was fun. That was definitely fun. That's always a fun tune. So I am going to, right this minute, stop my share this way. I have a song for you, but I am going to try and get Talon's song, and I think I know how I can do it. I'm going to go to talk to myself for just 1 minute. She sent me an email with a link to I'm trying to find her music right now, with a link to her song. And I recorded it to make it easy for myself, but I'm going to go back to her email right now, which is I'm opening it up, and I'm going to let's see. This has to be all mailboxes. Final song. I'm going to click on it from the let me see. Oh. 20 Going Home Garage Band. Here it is. No, that's not it. Here it is. Okay. So no, that's the tab. Hey, talk amongst yourselves. Isn't that what that's the wrong one. Equidistance. That's the wrong one. Where is it? Final song. I am looking for it in her mail to me, and it is not here. Let's see. See. Da, 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 da. You guys are great. No, it's not there. Okay, I have one other idea. I'm going to go and I'm going to open it up. One more idea. I have one more idea. And if this doesn't work, then I don't know what to tell you. So this is to open it up here. Hold on 1 second now.
Pat,
What?
Talon put it in the chat. I don't know if you could get it from there.
Oh, what a smart person. Okay, hold on a second. Good girl, Talon. Okay, let's see if I can get it from there. I got it. Okay, hold on 1 second now. Just hold on, because you know that. Okay, I have to skip that guy. Hold on 1 second. I have to share my screen. Give me a minute. Share. Okay, and wait a second. I know I hear it. I don't know if you do. Screens. Share. This is the way. Now, let's see if we hear. I don't hear it now. Do you hear it, guys? No.
No.
I heard it until I put it on the share.
Did you push that button?
Yeah, the buttons are all pushed. That's what's so frustrating about this. Let me try it again. If I pull it up from here, let's see. She's quiet yet. It's not on yet. So weird. No, I don't hear it.
Maybe Talon could share it.
Maybe she could. We could
You
make
think?
her co-host, and she
Yeah.
could try it. I'm getting it from that. My idea there was that I would get it. Let me try it this way. Let me see if it will work this way. Open with time player. This is my mistake before might have been that I was looking at it the wrong way. That's why you guys couldn't see it. But let's see if you can hear it. She's still working on it. Still working on it. No. I'm sorry, Talon. I tried. I'm awfully sorry. You know what? We'll do it next week. I'll figure out what I did wrong and we'll just come back to it. Every remedy I thought of did not work. Okay, now I'm going to go back. You guys are so patient with me, I cannot believe it. I am going to share this with you. We don't want that in the background. We do want me, and I'm going to play a song for you. I have two stories to tell you, and I think we have a minute. After I do my song, I have a song from Carolyn that she said was her mother's favorite song, and I can't record it because it's copyrighted. But this song that I'm going to play for you right now is called Lullaby. And the funny thing is, I had another song in there, and I took it out because I always juggle stuff around. But anyway, my sister called me yesterday because she saw in Facebook that we were doing Mom's favorite songs, and she said to me, "What did you pick out as Mom's favorite song?" And I said, "Well, I can't really remember her singing anything, except I remember she would put all of us, there were 6 of us, in the car, and when we were driving anywhere, as soon as we started driving, she'd start singing things like Found a Peanut and listening to it now. It's beautiful. What are you listening to? Oh, okay. Never mind. So she said, and do you remember when Dad was driving, he would find every Carvel, which is an ice cream shop, every Carvel stand and say we had to stop. And so we used to love to go with him because he always got us ice cream. Anyway, that was the story. It was kind of funny that she called me about that. Okay, I am going to do a few things here. Get rid of this. I am going to remember, because I didn't remember to do this yesterday, I put my microphone on. You know, I am really a scatterbrain today. I am sorry. But, so this is a lullaby. And when I thought about Mom's favorite song, I thought about, I'm a mom. And one of my favorite things to do when my daughter was little was to do lullabies, and the same thing for my grandkids. So I picked this song by Bert Kahn, and it is called Lullaby, and I do have to turn the page in the middle of it. So here we go. Whoops, you don't want that. Turn the page now. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. lullaby. Okay, think about this. Stop my share. Change my camera back. I'm glad, Helen, that you put that link in the chats, because then some people can go and find it there. Okay, so I am going to say goodbye to you because I'm going to turn the recording off. But Carolyn has a song that was her mother's favorite. And see, I wrote myself a note, camera off. Proud Mary was the name of her mother's favorite song. And you know, she's such a great singer. So let me say goodbye to you. Let me say I'll see you next week. I have a surprise mystery guest for you next week. I'm going to tell you it's a picky kind of thing, if that means anything to you. That's the only hint I'm giving. And I'm stopping the recording right now. Okay, pause, stop